Namaskar, namaste, good morning and good evening, my dear friends, my dear brothers, my dear sisters. A warm welcome to this short video where we are picking a motivational speech topic. And today's topic is a very interesting topic, a topic that I would not have even thought in my dreams, a topic that I would not even have imagined. But today, something happened, and I'm going to tell you what it is and how it led me to this topic. The title of today's topic: do you get to see your own funeral service? It's a very complicated, and some people may even say it's an unnecessary topic. How could I get to see my own funeral service? Or, in other words, do you get to know what happens after your funeral service? So, these are the two things we will be touching upon as we are edging towards the end of this year. Many people are striving hard and struggling to get into New Year resolution, and you want to give away many old habits and you want to pick new habits, and you're struggling to classify what is good habit and what is bad habit, because the world defines some things and you're able to accept certain things, you're unable to accept certain things, and you're in a confusion. This session is for you. All right. Now, funeral is not something that any of us will get to see after our death. While we are living our lives here on earth, we get to see everything and anything. The best of the music shows, probably you're a music fanatic, or you're a traveling fanatic, the best of the countries you want to visit, or best of the places in a beautiful country like India, and or you are a relationship or a party fanatic, you want to pick up any kind of throw parties and get people and all that, or you want to work hard and become the CIO, CEO, anything is possible while your breath is still in your nostrils. But death is one factor which is not under our control. And I must tell you this now. I'm just coming out of a funeral service. I lost one of my beloved friend and brother, and that shook my heart. And I was actually walking around the mortal remains of my dear brother, and as I was coming across, many things stuck my mind, and that's what I thought I would share with you. It's going to be a very short video. On funeral service, you will not get to see three things. That's exactly number one, and number two and number three I'm trying to tell you. Number one, you will not get to see how you are lying in your coffin, and what kind of dress you wear, and what is your position and stuff like that. And secondly, you will not get to hear what people think or talk about you. And number three is slightly spiritual, but then believers who are not, in spiritual deeds or anything like that, you may be atheist, don't worry. What is your destiny? We'll talk about that later, but then we will talk about these two things. When you lie in that coffin, you are a dead body. You don't get to feel anything. You don't get to hear anything. You don't get a chance to make your choices and judgmentally, be judgmental on people that he is good, he is bad, I like this, I don't like this, I want to do this, I don't want to do this. Who are you to ask this? Am I your slave? What do you think of me? How dare you talk like this to me? Where is my respect? Why you did not speak like this? You don't get to react this way at all, because you don't get to hear anything, you don't get to see people. But why am I saying this now? I'm saying this because what we don't get to do after our death, we always do that while we are living. So what is the point you are trying to convey is what people may tend to ask me. While you are living, it's a blessing to make your choices, to make your decisions, to react, and to be an extrovert, express your feelings. All that is perfectly fine, because you don't get to do any of these while you are lying as a dead body in that coffin, right? So, the point I'm trying to make here is, While you are a dead body, you don't get any choices to judge people. That's the exactly underlying statement. As I was moving across that brother's body, actually, this was the one which struck my mind. Today, the biggest problem in the world is we are judgmental. We take God's seat. If you're a believer in God, God is the only one who deserves to judge anyone because He's God. But there are too many gods and goddesses that we could see. Some of you listening to me are also those gods and goddesses. What we do, we generally tend to judge people. And being judgmental will lead us to unforgiving nature. We will never be able to reconcile. We will never be able to revive that relationship again. We will be never be able to, kind of build that friendship again. And why? The reason is being judgmental. This is a very controversial concept to discuss. Being judgmental, is it not right always? No, it is right always. Being judgmental is not wrong, but how do you execute that judgment on your opponent or on your wife or husband or child or mother-in-law, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, any kind of, all kind of relationships, friends and brothers and sisters, all kind of relationships are involved here. Now, how do you execute a judgment? Yes, they are terribly wrong. They shouldn't have done that. But when you're lying as a dead body in that coffin, the same opponent walks pitying you, probably. Or maybe he's glad in his heart. If he's one of the wicked category, he would be very glad. See, he deserves this death. But either ways, would you be able to react? Would you be able to be judgmental? Would you be able to get angry? Why? Because there is no breath in your nostrils. So, my point is, I'm not saying that you should react like a dead body while you're living your life here on earth. But what you can't do after becoming a dead body is something that you can already practice here. Yeah? We need not be angry with people, we need not be revengeful, we need not wait for our chances to avenge somebody. We need not sit down and devise plans. How can I pull this guy down? This is exactly what is happening in this world that we are living today. Most of you are corporate workers. We all work in corporate industries, right? Not only IT, any kind of industries are corporates. Even banking is corporate, accounting is corporate, shares and stock markets and all that. What is the basic underlying principle? How can I pull my opponent down? Yeah, competition is very good, but competition in a righteous way is always going to help. Now, the same culture continues in the family. The husband is jealous with the wife, and wife is envying husband. It starts with the work and culture and practices and whatnot. And the children are watching this, and they are also growing in the same culture. Yeah, but everything starts with this concept of being judgmental. Now, while you're a dead body, you're unable to judge anyone. You're unable to react, right? So this is something that you can give it a thought. My time is running. And the last thing that I'm trying to say here is there are two destinations after you live your life here on earth. You have another life waiting for you. You may belong to any religion, but in common, you call about two things: moksha and narak, right? Heaven or hell. So in Sanskrit, it's moksha, narak, right? It's heaven or hell. All the righteous will go to heaven, all the unrighteous will go to hell. Now, how do I know I'm righteous or unrighteous? A person who is so understanding in nature, accepting the person as how he is, regardless of his weaknesses, regardless of his, all kind of bad qualities and all that. Not saying that you should be tolerant. You could do something about it, but in a very gentle way, in a very compassionate way, in a way that the person is able to learn from his, from whatever coaching you're going to give him, or for whatever way you're going to respond. You know why people are being sent to jail? Yes, to be punished. But you know what is the reason to get punished? So that they will not repeat the same mistakes. That's the intention of the court. Judges a person as a wicked person, as a bad person, and they send them to jail. Therefore, he will not come back in the same way. He will go through the transformation process. Is that the way you are able to judge? Then yes, you are righteous. Because why? Your intention is filled with compassion. That I really need to change this person. I need to work with them. I need to help them. So you have that compassion in everything and anything you do in your life, and that's what it is. And the third important thing, that was my second point, you do not know what happens after you become that dead body. In less than 24 hours, with that I'll conclude. Listen to me, don't switch off. In less than 24 hours, your body will be removed from your home. In less than 72 hours, at least 70 to 75 percentage of the people will even forget your name. In less than 12 hours, the body will start its self-destruction process. The bacteria will start eating up your body, intestines and all that. In less than 48 hours, all the beauty of your body will be lost. And in less than a week, you will be lying there as a skeleton. Is this the reason why we all fight with one another? Is this the reason why we spend so much on ourselves, our bodies and clothes? I'm not saying you should not take care of your bodies and you should not buy the clothes you like. Yeah, be modest in dressing, enjoy your life, no problem. But it's not only about that. It's not that your spending should be concentrated on only that. Because this body is perishing. You're going to die someday. But amidst of all this, you can also spend a lot of your money and resources and wealth and knowledge for the deprived, for the orphans, for the poor. You could help people who cannot repay back to you. Yeah. Do not invite a person who could invite you back. No, invite a person who can't invite you back. And these are the things which will justify that you are the righteous person. It's little bit of philosophical, little bit of motivational, little bit of kind of a charitable kind of thought process. But I'm telling you, you won't be able to rectify any of this. There are a lot of people who want to do that. Ah, let me do it tomorrow, next year, and all that. Who knows? The breath in your nostrils could stop tonight. Yeah, that was the case with my brother and friend and brother. All right. God bless you. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a advanced happy new year and a prosperous new year, and all the resolutions you are trying to jot it down. Consider this also what we discussed today, and you will get to know. And can I tell you one more last thing? In Japan, they have introduced a new service called as, they will have built a little coffin, and you can go down and lie in that coffin as a dead body, and truly they help you feeling that what happens when you lie in the coffin. And some people have even requested, close the lid and let me see how dark and how frightening it is. And that has really changed people's lives. I'm not saying that you should take a flight to Japan and lie in that coffin. No, no, not like that. But I'm saying people get to start thinking, what after life? You know, the short span of life. Do I spend in sadness, sorrow, grief, and revenge, and avenge, and fights, and quarrels, and sadness, and worries? That's exactly the point I need you to think. May the good Lord bless you. Thank you once again for watching. Share it with your friends. Bye.